Hey humans, welcome to Read to Me, Matt Dunn. I'm Matt Dunn, and I'm going to read to you. We're reading Frankenstein by Mary Shelley, chapter 19. Yeah, Roman numerals. I had to figure that one out for a second. It's not that hard. It's just you don't use Roman numerals every day, and I've got excuses for everything. So, chapter 19, part 1. I sat one evening in my laboratory. The sun had set, and the moon was just rising from the sea. I had not sufficient light for my employment, and I remained idle in a pause of consideration of whether I should leave my labor for the night, or hasten its conclusion by an unremitting attention to it. Excuse me, an itch on my eyebrow. As I sat, a train of reflection occurred to me. What led me to consider the effects of what I which led me to consider the effects of what I was now doing. 3 years before, I was engaged in the same manner and had created a fiend whose unparalleled barbarity had desolated my heart, my achy breaky heart, and filled it forever with chocolate. Not really. With the bitterest remorse, actually. Dark chocolate. I love me some dark chocolate. Some bitter and remorseful. Morseful. I was now about to form another being, just like that, of whose dimensions I was alike ignorant. She might become 10,000 times more malignant than her mate, and delight for its own sake in murder and wretchedness. He's right. I thought about this the other day, because I'm like, this creature says, I know, he's a nice guy, and he solemnly promises that he will do no harm, and he'll go away if he has a mate, right? But the mate never promised. She don't know no better. Just saying. He had sworn to quit the neighborhood of man. Sworn! And hide himself in deserts. But she had not. And she... Oh, okay, I just said that. That's cool. I really didn't read ahead. Promise. Solemnly swear. He had solemnly sworn, though, but she had not. And she, who in all probability was to become a thinking and reasoning animal, might refuse to comply with a compact made before her creation. That's true. They might even hate each other. The creature who already lived loathed his own deformity, and might he not conceive a greater abhorrence for it when it came before his eyes in a female form? The monster prefers looking at himself than others? I don't know. It's just... She also might turn with disgust from him to the superior beauty of man. Superior beauty of man. What? She might also turn with disgust from him to the superior beauty of man. So she, not a man, maybe a man, but I think what he's saying is man as a species, the general term mankind. She might quit him, and he be again alone, exasperated by the fresh provocation of being deserted by one of his own species. It's possible. Even if they were to leave Europe. Oh, Europe. Europe. And inhabit the desert of the New World, yet one of the first results of those symphonies for which the demon thirsted would be children, and a race of devils would be propagated upon the earth, who might make the very existence of the species of man a condition precarious and full of terror. Had I a right, for my own benefit, to inflict this curse upon everlasting generations? Totally, totally. He does a lot of thinking. I would too. I'm a thinker. A thinker and a stinker. A stinker. Does a lot of thinking though. But that's good. Think about what you're about to do. I mean, literally, you have nothing to think about because you have no choice. But, yeah, you literally have no choice unless you find a way to destroy or kill this creature man. But that's not nice because he's not a bad guy. But you shouldn't have put him in this fucking position. Victor. I had before been moved by the sophisms of the being I had created. I had been struck senseless by his fiendish threats, but now, for the first time, the wickedness of my promise burst upon me. I shuddered to think that future ages might curse me as their pest, whose selfishness had not hesitated to buy its own peace at the price, perhaps, of the existence of the whole human race. Human race. I trembled, and my heart failed within me, when on looking up, I saw that the light of the moon, I saw, by the light of the moon, the demon at the casement. A ghastly grin wrinkled his lips as he gazed on me. Ghastly? It's probably like, I'm smiling. Ghastly, smiling. Where I sat, fulfilling the task which he had allotted me. As he gazed on me, he gazed. Yes, he had followed me in my travels. He had loitered in forests, hid himself in caves, or taken refuge in wide and desert heaths. And he now came to mark my progress and claim the fulfillment of my promise. As I looked on him, his countenance expressed the utmost extent of malice and treachery. Oh. I thought with a sensation of madness on my promise of creating another like to him, and, trembling with passion, tore to pieces the thing on which I was engaged. The wretch saw me destroy the creature on whose future existence he depended for happiness, and, with a howl of devilish despair and revenge, withdrew. I left the room and, locking the door, made a solemn vow in my own heart never to resume my labors, and then, with trembling steps, I sought my own apartment. I was alone. None were near me to dissipate the gloom and relieve me from the sickening oppression of the most terrible reveries. Several hours passed, and I remained near my window, gazing on the sea. It was almost motionless, for the winds were hushed, and all nature reposed under the eye of the quiet moon. A few fishing vessels alone specked the water, and now and then the gentle breeze wafted the sound of voices as the fishermen called to one another. I felt the silence, although I was hardly conscious of its extreme profundity. Profundity, that is it. Until my ear was suddenly arrested by the paddling of oars near the shore, and a person landed close to my house. A few minutes after, I heard the creaking of my door, as if someone endeavored to open it softly. I trembled from head to foot. I felt a presentiment of who it was, and wished to rouse one of the peasants who dwelt in a cottage not far from mine, but I was overcome by the sensation of helplessness. You're weak, Victor. So often felt in frightless dreams, when you in vain endeavor to fly from an impeding danger, and was rooted to the spot. Presently I heard the sound of footsteps along the passage. The door opened, and the wretch whom I dreaded appeared. Shutting the door, he approached me and said in a smothered voice, he's the salsa. The salsa water. He says in a smothered voice. What's smothered about it? Like, you have destroyed the work which you began. I don't know if you can understand. Anyway, imagine my voice smothered. Imagine you are smothering me, and I just was like, couldn't breathe. Imagine you just had your fucking hands over my mouth and my throat or my face, just covering my face up, shutting me up, smothering me. Just imagine that, okay? And here we go. You have destroyed the work which you began. What is it you intend? You dare to break your promise? I have endured toil and misery. I left Switzerland with you. I crept along the shores of the Rhine, along its willow islands, and over the summits of its hills. I have dwelt many months in the heaths of England and amongst the deserts of Scotland. I have endured incalculable fatigue and cold and hunger. Do you dare destroy my hopes, dude? Be gone! I do break my promise. Never will I create another like yourself, equal in deformity and wickedness. Get out of here, you fuck. Slave, I before reasoned with you, but you have proved yourself unworthy of my condescension. Remember that I have power. You believe yourself miserable, but I can make you so the wretched that the light of day will be hateful to you. You are my creator, but I am your master. Obey! The hour of my weakness is past. Wait. I think this is Victor. Victor. The hour of my weakness is past, and the period of your power is arrived. Your threats cannot move me to do an act. Yeah, that's what it said. Your threats cannot move me to do an act of wickedness, but they confirm me in a resolution of not creating you a companion in vice? Shall I, in cool blood, set loose upon the earth a demon whose delight is in death and wretchedness? Be gone, you fucking... I am firm, and your words will only exasperate my rage. Yo, Victor's a dick. Oh my god. That was part 1. Victor is just like, what is the... He's like, he's calling his bluff or something. You're dumb, dude. You done fucked up from the beginning, but like, you gotta try to be like, I'm sorry. Just say you're fucking sorry. I bet if you said you're sorry, I'll be done. How to say sorry. I just retitled this book. How to say sorry. Story over. The creature is happy. So, hey, if you wish for me to keep reading, please check out some more of my videos. Give me a thumbs up. Like it if you'd like it. Don't like it if you don't like it. It's okay. Subscribe. Write some comments down below. And keep it real. Homie.